Good morning, Michael. Morning, you guys. We're about to get started. Let's see. I put the effect on because my things that I needed to go have an effect for 30 seconds. I usually don't do stuff like that. All right. Got that turned off. Oh, whoops. Almost canceled the live. Okay. So, good morning, you guys. Getting a little bit of a late start. Just happy July 4th, right? I never know the date. So, this is all about, my channel in the mornings is all about taking care of yourself. I specialize in teaching how to take care of yourself, or teaching anything really. But one of the hardest things to do is find motivation yourself. So, learning online and teaching I normally do because I have to put hands on to kind of help you and helps you understand. So I'm going to teach, but I'm also going to do it myself. So this is as much for me as it is for you guys. It's hard to do anything and find motivation, so find that motivation and start somewhere. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with 5 minutes of breathing. Now I know that can be kind of boring, but I might actually talk through the breathing. But you guys, if you've seen my channel, you know how to breathe, and if not, I'll do a quick demonstration. So the first thing we do when we get stressed is we hold our breath. So the first thing we should do to teach ourselves to get unstressed is to hold our breath. Do the same thing to change the reaction. So what you do is, instead of holding the breath in the middle, you hold the breath at the top, or you hold the breath at the bottom, but you don't hold it halfway. So when you breathe in as much as you can until you can't breathe in anymore. And then you can hold that breath at the top, and that will be a nice euphoric feeling. But pain is caused by air trapped in the body. So when you breathe out, don't just take that exasperation breath. Breathe all the way out until you can't breathe out anymore. And then you hold at the bottom. Now we're going to do 5 minutes of this, breathing at your own pace. Make sure to breathe in all the way, hold at the top, out all the way, and hold at the bottom. Now, while you guys practice that, I'm going to flap my mouth, so that'll give you guys time to practice distraction. You can listen to the words or focus on your breath. So if you've been following this channel, you know I do things differently and I teach things differently. And you know how to apply your own resistance through these stretches that we're going to do. If you haven't been following my channel, you can go back and watch those first training wheels videos and breathing. But the trick to a stretch is to not do it at all. Because when you stretch, your muscles are not activated. And your muscles are a light switch. They're either off or on. So when they are off, they are holding on to each other, trying not to let you rip them too far. They're fighting against you. So since it's just a binary, off or on, we're going to trick our muscles into working with us today. So when you go down to touch your toes, for example, pull yourself down as you breathe out, rather than just hanging there, because you'll engage the muscle and it'll be a lot safer stretch. And if you get uncomfortable sitting like this, you can switch sides. And we've probably got about 2 minutes left on the breathing. And I always like to switch sides around the middle anyway to balance myself out. Most people will always put one leg first every time they sit Indian style. And they never put the other leg in front and switch and see if it feels extremely awkward. And that's a lot of yoga classes too. They go fast. You don't have time in that pose to move around. And in Ashtanga, if you move around in the pose, you'll get smacked by your teacher. So I'm going to teach you how to safely stretch and start getting yourself out of pain, especially as you get older. You young kids don't know anything about that. You're invincible when you're young. But time will catch up to us all. And when you're ready. And thank you for the hearts. I see hearts. I appreciate it. And now what we're going to do is we're going to start simply in a cat-cow pose. But we're going to do it in a seated position. So cat-cow is simply rounding the back and tucking the chin. But we're going to move side to side as we do this. And the reason this is cat pose is because it looks like... Thank you for whatever that was. I don't even know. That was a cool sound, though. Oh. So, cat looks like a Halloween cat with its back arched. But move back and forth and breathe in and out. And then cow pose is trying to pull and arch the back through the knees, look up to the sky, ooh, and move back and forth as you breathe in and out. Now I have a problem on this knee, or this hip. So, it's pretty much fixed. I just haven't stretched it since I fixed it, so it's trying to go back in the bad position. That's why we all have to keep motivation to keep going, because once we stop, it goes back and then gets worse. So, once you're done with that, we're going to do a simple spinal twist. And all we're going to do is, instead of twisting the spine, we're going to pull against our knee and push with equal force. So, that's the resistance we're adding to ourselves. And you can pull yourself around with that backhand. And thank you for the hearts so much. Ooh. Ooh. And when you're ready, switch sides. And I'll do about 3 breaths. Ah, this side hurts more. Make sure you breathe all the way out. Now, the reason I'm starting with this routine is because I took this routine from Boho Beautiful. It was just a beginner's routine, and I added the techniques that I got from massage and everything. I added the breath techniques and slowed it down a lot because she goes too fast. But this stretches just about everything in the body, and it will take care of just about any pain you have in the body, and just about anyone can do it. And this is called my training wheels. So the next step is to take the left hand to the right foot, or vice versa if you want to start on the opposite side. And you're going to try to take this leg straight. Now, if you can't take that leg straight, take it more out to the side, and then when you bring it back, it'll be straighter each time because you're opening that hip up. Ooh. Now, if it's really bad, you can use that top arm. Now, I haven't stretched, but that's awesome because you'll see how quickly this works. Ooh. Now, if you can get that leg out straight, take that back arm out. Ooh. And then if you want to be a hot shot, you can lift up off the floor. But that will tell you if you should be in beginner or my tone, strength, and balance class, which I need students in because that's a fun class. And we're going to switch sides. Now this is my bad leg, so I'm going to see if anyone has questions after this leg. Oh. Oh. And I'm pulling back with this arm at the same time I'm trying to straighten this leg. And I'm pushing down with this arm, but not enough to hyperextend the knee. So a lot is going on, and that's why if you haven't watched my videos or if you have questions, definitely ask first before you try. Oh, and we'll get back to that. I'm going to see if anyone has any questions at the moment. Oh, while I catch my breath. Thank you, Rachel. How have you been? I haven't seen you in a minute. I haven't seen myself in a minute, I guess. Oh, no. Come see me before September, and I will fix your hip before you go to surgery. I promise you. I will make sure that you don't need that surgery, even if we have to do it every day for free. But if the other side's feeling good and you want the surgery, once you do something surgery, and then it's permanent, and then hopefully it goes well. And that's why I'll do it for free for everyone before they go into surgery. Alright, so now we're going to bring that knee into the chest and lay down. Move my foam roller. Ow. And I'm just trying to bring the knee into the chest as I breathe out. It hurts to pull it to the inside, so as I push this way, I'm taking my leg back out this way, so I let my leg win to its comfort level. And whenever you're ready, what we're going to do is interlace those hands, take them behind the calf, lean up, and as you breathe out, move side to side. Now, tonight I might do a stand on your own class if I have time to plan for it. But if not, it'll definitely be tomorrow morning. And switch sides when you're ready. Oh, I haven't stretched in too long. I didn't even start by bringing this in. See, I'm getting ahead of myself. But stand on your own is a different routine every day. But the reason I start with this one is because if you're in pain, if you need to take care of yourself, this is the way to eliminate the excuse, I don't have time to take care of myself. Because all you have to do is memorize this one routine or just the parts that work for you. Ooh. Oh, and then every day you do it. And once you memorize it, you can get it down to 10 to 20 minutes. Tops. Whew. I'm gonna check to see if anyone has comments. My legs have not been stretched in a minute. Thank you for all the likes. All right. And the next step is a forward fold. So there's 2 forward folds. One will be with the leg down, but this one is with the leg up. Now, I haven't stretched in so long, I need to actually bend my leg so I get a good grip. I'm not worried about straightening my leg, I'm just gonna go to its comfort level on the exhale and rock back and forth as I try to extend it out. And about right here is where it wants to go. And I'll turn to the side so you can see a little bit. So you can see it's not completely straight, I can get my hand under here. But I didn't try to force it, I just went to a comfort level. Now, take a deep breath in, and on the next exhale, I'm going to pull back like I'm starting a lawnmower, and at the same time, I'm going to try to straighten my leg with my leg. So just try to kick out with that leg, and you'll see that gap closes, or it should close more. And I'm using this knee to push against as well. And if you need to work on that hip, which I do on this side, you can try to interlace the hands behind the back and squeeze those hands and that shoulder. My bad hip. All right. And other side. So again, this is my bad leg, so I definitely have to bend this one up to get a good grip. After this one, I'll check to see if you guys have comments or questions. Ooh, not very far. Ooh. I don't know what that was, but that sound was cool too. I'm still new to live, and I am always in the middle of teaching when sounds pop up. I'm still learning how to do live, but as soon as I get off, I have to run to a client usually. Ow! Got the... Okay. I'm gonna catch my breath. See if you guys... Interesting. Well, I am vegan like Prince. And I've been vegan about 30 years, and I do embrace my feminine side apparently a lot more than most guys. But I am straight. I have a girlfriend in the Netherlands for about 3 years, although I haven't seen her in a year and a half. But thank you so much. Just a high compliment. Even my grandmother had Purple Rain album in her house. Alright, so once we do both sides, we're going to turn sideways, but I'll just stay this way because it'll be easier for you guys to see. So, when we get an Indian style, we're going to do a forward fold and side folds. But what I first want to do is make sure that this is right. A lot of people will pull these feet in, and then when you fold over, you cram your stomach, and some people aren't able to do that. So what we're going to do is hold the feet down, and we're going to take our butt and walk it backwards so that our shoulder and our knee lines up. And once you get to where that lines up, that's your comfortable spot. Now I like to do half lotus. Helps me sit up straighter. So, bring those hands together. Breathe in. And then move around. Make sure you feel balanced on those hips. And on your next exhale, when you're ready, take this arm down and go to where that leg pops up. That's where you want to stop. And try to go, I'm going to slide over a little bit. Try to go all the way down to that forearm. Even interlacing the hands behind the back and behind the head. So I'll show you what that looks like behind my hair. There we go, so I'm on the mat. And I'm using this hand to push against this head, and at the same time, the head, ow, to push back. And then come up and do the other side. And it might take you a couple of breaths to get down to the ground, or a couple of months even. But go at your own pace. And when you're ready, come back to center. And now what we're going to do is a forward fold. So as you fold forward, try to take your forehead to the ground, and you can use these knees to pull down. And as I pull up on my knees, I'll push down with them. And if you can get your head to the floor on one side, put the other leg front. That one's harder. So I put my hands flat so that I can, behind my knees, so that I can push my knees against my arms that way. Working on walking my hands together. Ow, my ankle. And we'll do all the seated poses first. That way, if you can't get up and down, you don't have to skip them. So, the next pose is with that leg down. I'm going to see if anyone has any questions, because on this one, I should be able to get my head all the way down. And if you can get that foot, again, start here wherever you need to until you get it straight, and then walk down that foot, getting your head down to the knee. That side's easy for me. I don't even need to worry about it. I'm going to see if anyone has questions. It won't let you yeah, interesting, Rachel. Yeah. Since I went into court and found out the police are actually watching stuff like this, because I set this channel up to try to help save me and other people. Yeah, weird things have been happening to my channel. But I also figured I'd teach my classes, since I can't get anyone in this town to walk upstairs and see the yoga studio. Very few people. Some people have seen it. Other side, when you're ready. This side is going to hurt more. And again, I'll just go to where it's comfortable. Don't try to push it. And I'm going to use my hand on top to push down. And again, you're not trying to hyperextend the knee, but fortunately, the ground's beneath you, so it's going to be harder to hyperextend the knee this time, so you don't have to worry about it as much. But just as you push, rock side to side. I'm pulling my leg this way and pulling my foot this way. Muscles wrap around the bone. So catty corner and lock them in place, and then use that resistance. Whew. And once you do 3 breaths or you need to take a break, come on up. And I'm gonna grab some water. See if anyone has any comments or questions. Alright, so the next one is gonna be harder, especially for guys. Probably wouldn't be family friendly to say why, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that leg and put it out straight. And we're gonna take a leg and bend it down. And you might have to shift and move some things. But the goal is to get the knee facing directly in front of you and the palm of the foot facing behind you. And then take the head down to the knee. Now, this is where you can use a yoga strap if you have one. I don't know where mine is in here. I'll use my Theracane. Oh! So now as you pull yourself down, rock right and left. And make sure you focus on that full exhale. That's the most important part. Because you want that pain, that tension, that knot to leave. And switch sides when you're ready. This Theracane is actually a good tool for this, and it's an amazing tool for a lot. So I'm locking myself in place. Something released. So, again, go to your comfort level. And if you haven't watched any of my videos before, don't try to push too hard. Go watch the ones that explain more first. And the next one is just easier and feels awesome. So what we're going to do is take that bent knee that was over that leg and just point it straight up to the sky. Ooh. Unlock live access. I don't know what that is. Alright, so we're just going to point that knee up to the sky. Take that elbow. That's interesting. I was seeing what something was on. I never take the time to figure out what these buttons are on live. Oh. So I'm pushing my arm back this way as I push my knee against. And I'm also pulling with that back arm. In through the nose, all the way. Out through the mouth, all the way. Oh. Ooh. That's tight. Alright, and now we'll do the last laying down pose, which is my favorite. I usually end on it. But the ones who can't stand up and down very easily, you can just keep, after this pose, you can just lay down. We'll do a few standing poses and come back down to the ground. So, bring the knees into the chest. And roll back and forth. See if you can roll all the way to the right and all the way to the left without getting stuck. And whenever you're ready, take one leg out straight, and we're going to take this knee to the ground as far as you can, and this arm out the opposite way, palm facing up. And whenever you're ready, as you breathe out, push the knee this way and the hand this way. Now, if you can get the knee and the shoulder on the ground on opposite sides, you can grab that foot and take it out straight. But, I haven't done this in a while, so I'm going to work on the hip. Then you can readjust every inhale. And try to go deeper every exhale. And switch sides when you're ready. Ah. Now, for those of you that can't get up and down very easily, you can stay right there, palms facing up, legs out straight. For those of you that want to do the few standing poses, we'll start working on balance and stability. Come into cat-cow pose. This is one of my favorite poses because, again, you can work on the cat, rounding the back, move side to side, breathing in and out. Work on the cow. But my favorite is the hands. Ow, you heard that popping already. If you work with your hands a lot, this is a perfect pose to like come up on those fingers. Rock back and forth. You can even turn those hands around. Ow. Ooh. I don't know if you guys can hear all this popping. And this is gonna hurt if you use your hands a lot. But begin to just rock side to side and make circles. And if you really want to stretch, sit back toward your heels. And the further away your hands are from your heels, the more it's going to hurt. So start here. And then work your hands out further and further because it's going to hurt more. Whew. Alright, and when you're ready, downward dog. I'm going to see if anyone has any questions before downward dog. Because Thank you, Alexandria. I appreciate the love. Have a wonderful day yourself, unless you're already gone. And then I'll just say hi and thank you later. Alright, now downward dog is very hard to get resistance by yourself. If you have someone there to stabilize your back while you push into them, like on your shoulders. But I'll start with one leg bent, then one leg straight, rocking side to side, trying to round the butt to the sky and get the heel on the ground. And then switch sides. So I start with one leg at a time. And then do both legs, looking toward that navel. Now, stay there if you don't have balance and stability. And stay there if you don't want to try this. But to get resistance yourself, you can do one leg at a time. Take it up the wall, and now I can push against the wall. This one hurts more. hurts my left calf. So I'm not even worried about getting the right leg up the wall. I was just pushing against it to get resistance on that left calf. Oh. And whenever you're ready, come to a standing pose. And I'm actually going to straighten my camera, raise it up a bit. Okay, so the standing poses are simple. It's just 2 forward folds and warrior 1 on each side. I'm going to see if anyone has questions, but forward fold's pretty easy. But the reason I wanted to do forward fold is because it's a lot harder than you think. So close your eyes, and if you don't have anything to hold on to, find something to hold on to and point your nose to the sky. See if you feel balanced. Now me, I'm rocking back and forth on the palms of my feet with my toes up to find my balance. And once you find your balance without your toes, you can put them down. Your toes can compensate for a lot of weight distribution, but without them, you're going to find out if you're balanced or not, and your feet will be a lot straighter. But I'm going to do all these standing poses with my toes up. It's harder, and it helps me balance more and keep my hips aligned. So, if you have problems, like guys a lot of times are stiffer in their legs, so I start checking the inside of my knees, just placing my hands together like this and squeezing my legs together and seeing if there's any pain. Oh! And if there is, just rocking it out. And then try to go further. Now, if you can't touch your toes, what you can do is just bend the knees. Grab the toes. Go side to side, see if there's any issues. If there are, use that resistance. This is about finding where it hurts and where it hurts just right. So we're looking for the Goldilocks, just enough so we can still have pain or strength to push into the pain, but not so much that it hurts too much to push. And whenever you're ready, as you breathe out, try to straighten those legs. Oh, and I bend my knees and I rock side to side. It helps me readjust and get deeper as I pull myself down. And I was getting lightheaded, which is bringing that Kundalini energy up, unbalanced. So learn to balance that. That's the trick. But if it's unbalanced, take a moment to breathe. And the second forward fold is with the hands behind the back. So what I do is I take my knees to my nose, and as I breathe out, I'm going to try to straighten my legs. And keep your nose as close as you can. Put my toes down to get my balance for a minute. And whenever you're ready, come on up. And you can keep those hands interlaced. And as you breathe out, look up to the sky and just move around. And don't forget to breathe all the way out. And we have one more pose, and then we'll do our Shavasana. So, the last pose is Warrior 1 on each side. So, right leg forward, left leg back. The left leg will be at a 45-degree angle. And then this knee will be at a 90-degree angle. So, now if you watch my hand on this, as I open to the side, my hand goes with me. And as I turn back, my hand comes with me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn to the side and then engage my glutes and my quad so that when I turn back, my hip stays locked in place as best as it can. And the hand doesn't come forward because the hip's not coming forward. And then warrior one. Point those toes up if you want to find balance. Ooh, and just move back and forth. And if you want fun, you can do eagle warrior, which is what I like to do to stretch my shoulders. Palms together, and just wrap those arms around. If you have questions, let me know on that. But I explain how to get into it on other videos, so let me know on that. But I explain how to get into it on other videos, so I don't even need a warm-up, so I was focused on that. Whew. And go back and forth a few times between up and down. Whew. And when you're ready, switch sides. And again, lock that hip in place. Ooh. Toes are still up, but I'm losing balance. Just going back and forth, you might be balanced. But that doesn't mean your body is in shape and balanced. But if you're balanced at every angle in your body, oh, that's bad. So, that's so bad on me, I'm gonna drop this back knee. Instead of doing warrior one, ooh, I'm doing low lunge, ooh. That one was for me. Ow. Okay. And when you're ready, come back up. And now we'll do vinyasa. So, if you know about yoga, if you know what a vinyasa is, it's just an upward salute, a forward fold, a halfway lift, and then you'll jump step back into a push-up pose and go down into your upward dog. So, if you don't know what all those words mean, follow me through. So, inhale as you look up. And again, I like to move around. Make sure nothing feels off anymore. Make sure everything feels good after all that. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Jumper step back. And lower down on the exhale. Inhale. Keeping the body on the ground, just bringing the body up. Now, if you need to stay on, if that's too much to straighten the arms, you can come. This is baby cobra. But if you can straighten the arms, great. And then, if you can lift off the ground with the tops of the feet. Don't tuck the toes. Tops of the feet are what are on. So, and then when you're ready, come to a child's pose. So that's the whole routine. Child's pose is a moment to catch your breath. So start at the bottom by breathing all the way out. You guys stay in child's pose. but I don't think you can hear me very well like that. So, in child's pose, find your breath again if you've lost it, which we probably have. I lost mine. So start by breathing all the way out until you can't. Breathe out. And calm your mind before you take that next inhale. Okay. Now, for those that want to hang around for Shavasana, you can come into your Shavasana pose, which is the hardest pose in yoga. It's corpse pose. Palms facing up, or you can put them on your chest or stomach. This is holding on to your energy. Palms up is receiving energy. So, I'm going to time 5 minutes. See if anyone has any questions. And this is a time to let your energy settle. And we've just brought in a lot of fresh energy. Energy is alive in oxygen. And as soon as you use it up, then it leaves and then you don't have energy anymore. And if you hold on to that dead air, you're just holding on to dead energy, no energy. I need more water. So we'll do the first breath together. So we'll start by breathing all the way out until you can't breathe out. And when you're ready, take a deep breath in and hold at the top for 10. I'll tell you when to breathe out. And hold. And as you breathe out, squeeze all your muscles, your fists, your feet, your stomach, your face, your glutes. And if you can, hold at the bottom for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And take this time to let the mind rest. Let the body rest. I'm not following my own advice. I'm sitting up so I can talk to you guys better. But the goal of this pose our mind stays alert and aware that it's active at least. But it goes into its own little worlds, its own little dreams, its own little dimensions. If you learn how to let the body rest, but stay alert and aware with your mind, then the only difference that will make in your life is you will get to plan everything in your head for the next day, the next week, the next month. Rather than your mind daydreaming about whatever it wants to, you can use this time to live your mistakes in your head. Learn from them before you ever make them. And one day you may get bored and just happened to get up to go to the fridge to get some food and realize you left your body behind. We are more than the shell that we are in. We are all connected. And we're all connected by the same thing. We all breathe the same air. We all eat the same food. Well, different variations, but basically more or less. Now, whenever you're ready, if you've gone somewhere else, or if you stayed alert and aware, start bringing your energy and your focus back to the physical. And just feel the mat against your back, or the ground if you don't have a mat. And begin to wiggle the toes. And to move the feet. And however you want, bring energy up from the feet into the body. Bringing movement in. Our feet are the grounding. They balance us as we walk across the earth. It's much like walking across carpet in socks. We build up energy, we build up electricity. But when we wear shoes, it stops that connection. So just feel the energy on your fresh feet if you have. Hopefully you're not wearing socks. It's hard to do socks on a yoga mat. If you did that, more power to you. It's impressive. And whenever you're ready, come to a seated position however you want. Now, this whole routine can be taken in 10 or 20 minutes. And I don't even have motivation to do it myself sometimes, so I know how motivation can be hard to get. But that's why I get on here to you guys to motivate me. Half of this is to motivate me to do it as well. But tomorrow we're going to do Stand on Your Own, which I haven't planned one of those really well in a while. And that's what everyone loves, doing something different. But it just takes longer and you have to stick with it. And since I've moved here, it's been harder to have people stick with it. Well, COVID and all kinds of things. Can you say that? It's a word. Anyway, thank you guys for joining. Tonight I might have a Stand on Your Own class, or some class at 7. It'll either be Stand on Your Own or Broken Ashtanga. But otherwise, tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. I will have the Stand on Your Own class. So either way, we'll have a fun Stand on Your Own class, and that'll be to determine if you are supposed to be in beginner, if you're in an intermediate, or if you can move up to the advanced level. And it'd be fun to have some students in in tone, strength, and balance. But I don't even know if I can do those poses anymore. We'll see. But thank you for joining, and until next time, I will see you then. I'm going to upload this video for my clients, send them the link for the Broken Yoga Training Wheels, because that's basically what this session was. It's called Training Wheels, and once you learn Training Wheels, you eliminate the excuse, I don't have time to take care of myself. So learn these, take out poses that you don't need, put in poses that you need, but just have one routine, 10 to 20 minutes, memorize it, so you never even have to think about what to do. You just get up, do it, and go. But until next time, and 7 o'clock tonight or 9 a.m. tomorrow, I will see you then. Have a blessed day. And have a great 4th.